Hey guys, this is CursedSamuroid and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Doomsday Conquest. Um, so to begin with, before you know everything about Doomsday Contest, you need to first know that in order to proceed further with Doomsday, you need to build a Doomsday Laboratory. Right? I've already built mine, but let me show you how to build yours. So you go to build here, and then you have this others option where you have this hammer icon, right? So click on that, and then if if you've not already built it, it would be highlighted. Because mine is built, it's showing as one of the built item, right? So here you see Doomsday Laboratory, right? And when you click on it, place it anywhere. This does not consume any power, so I always recommend keep it connected to the road. Right now, let me go back here and show you what Doomsday Laboratory looks like. So that's exactly how it looks like, a lab kind of thing with neon, capsules that has zombies in it, I guess, right? And let's start with details first. So it provides specialities. That's all it does, right? Let's take a look at what are the other things it does. You can upgrade it. I have the upgrade option, but if I click on it now, it's basically going to ask me to wait because it's not yet unlocked, considering we just started, right? And let's see, if I click on this dispatch, it's going to give me this message saying more advanced functions are coming soon. Please stay tuned, right? And then I've got skills and owner that I'm going to discuss later, right? So in this overview video, I'm going to talk about four things, which is points, rankings, and rewards from Alliance perspective. Then again, points, rankings, and rewards from a member's perspective. Then what are the Doomsday buildings, and what are the skills, right? And then of course, in next couple of videos, I'm going to dive into much detailed things, right? So let's first take a look at the basics, right? So first thing we are gonna do is let me go here and click on Doomsday Conquest, right? And this is where it basically tells you, hey, this is what you need to do. So I'm gonna close this window, right? So there are four tabs: season, territory, honor, and specialty, right? The current information about the alliance is shown in ranks and points, right? And if you see here at the top, my rank is showing as Alliance ranking 12, Alliance season scores, and season draft S1 to 360. Let's click on that and see what it is now. See here you have season draft, right? So I'm gonna X out of it now, and then here you have the alliance rank. So I am on 12th rank, or rather my alliance is at rank 12, and then the alliance season scores, that is of course 2711, right? And in the center what you see is the name of your alliance, right? Let's take a look at other things, right? And of course the refresh time is always once in a while, right? So here you have top, I think 51, but let's see, yeah, top 51 alliance. This ranking depends on the combined points of all members of one alliance. Therefore every member has an impact on the ranking. The ranking refreshes from time to time. Beneath the ranking, the competing alliances are shown, right? Now let's take a look at yeah, sorry, it does time to time. So let's go back inside. Yep, back again. So here we are, and let's take a look at two options: Alliance Intel and View Rewards, right? So Alliance Intel will have detailed information about your alliance members, right? And if I click on it, here you have season contribution, weekly contribution, and of course wardy record, right? I'm gonna go back here, and then view rewards will have, currently my alliance is at rank 12, so these are the rewards we're gonna get. But if I go ahead, let's say if we scroll up, go up the ladder, then of course the rewards are gonna eventually get better, right? So let's see what rank 1 gets. Yep, 4 SVS recruitment ticket, 3 SVS recruitment ticket, and then they have these sections, right? So the star is elite recruitment, the trophy with bronze is season 1, I think, yeah, it's season 1 legendary recruitment, and then the gold trophy season 2 legendary recruitment. So you get these tickets, right, that you can use. Let's go back here and see what we have. So since we are in season 1, there is nothing much, but of course there are different phases of Doomsday Contest, and once you get into season 2 and furthermore, you will see those options being unlocked, right? Now moving on to Alliance Intel. So if I go to Alliance Intel, I have this worthy record room. Now we haven't had fight, right? Basically, you fight with a different alliance to demolish their structure. All those detail goes here. Of course, weekly contribution goes here. Basically, that shows who's contributed how many points for that particular week in that alliance, and then season contribution basically shows the contribution that this particular member has made in the entire season, right? And let's see if I can click on this. Yep. So this person, Mayo Yito, has is the top contributor in my alliance. Now let's take a look at what we have here. So first, of course, you have your contribution point, right? Your ranking, your current rank within the alliance, right? Now this table has 3 columns, that is type, amount, and converted points, right? So season points, these comes with plots counted by every occupied plot. So every plot you occupy, you get a point, even those which you did abandon. So it's very important, right? You occupied it and then later maybe abandon it, but those points are calculated. And then there is declaration point. These comes from DD battle, and DD stands for Doomsday. They are counted basis the enemy buildings and enemy plots that you destroy. And then comes the stone donation, right? Every stone donation to your alliance counts, right? These above values are converted by these factors. So season points, 1 point counts for 1 point. Declaration points is 100 points that counts for 1 point, and stone donation is 10 points counts for 1 point. The other values don't count, so I'm not going to cover that, right? Let's see what else do we have. So once the Doomsday battle starts, right, you would have something called a Wardy record, right? So if I go back here, and you would have the options, all the battles listed here with who won and who lost, and then you can click on that to see the statistical data, duel data, attackers data, and of course the defenders data, right? And then of course you will also have season rewards for those duels that you can select. Right, so that was all about alliance points, right? Like points, ranking, and rewards. Now let's talk about your points, right? So let's go back a little, and we're going to go to the second tab, which is territory, right? So again, you need to know a couple of things before this. At the top there is a reward counter, right? The reward count down. Every 8 hours you get one based on your influence. For rankings, your rank is in comparison to all members of the competing alliances. There is influence value, which is based on your building number of plots, skills. You have influence ranking and total rewards. You can click on view rewards. Ensure to claim your rewards every 8 hours, and then you have this. So you need to gain points to sort of gain the rewards. You can click on ranking, and then it will show you inside where your rank is. So if you see here, I am currently on no rank because I haven't started it yet. But if you see Old Man Carl, he's one of the guy from my alliance. He's number 1 because he's got 7,000 influence value, right? So let's go back a little from ranking, and right, let's see what do we have here. So here you see the number of plots you've taken. This plus sign is basically where it shows you the number of plots that you've taken, territory count cap, and let's see the amount of territory that can be owned in other states during Doomsday Conquest. Alliance Duel event is able to occupy territory in other state, right? So every day you get one extra plot, and of course some Doomsday tasks give you extra points, right? So you need to remember that plots can be occupied in different states. On the left, you see the plots taken in your home state. So this plus sign that I just clicked on is for the plots that you've taken in your own state. And on the right hand side is what you've captured in the enemy or other states, right? You have these options where you see at the center, it says any empty plot, fallen farm, forest, mineral deposit, oil deposit, and polluted hero. These are the resources, and each kind gives you each hour, right? You also have battle reports. If you see your battle reports, after you've fought with people, you can check your battle reports here, and you have your harvest option here. So after you have occupied a territory, you have the option to harvest the resources, right? Let's look at rewards. So again, every 8 hours you need to claim your rewards. You click on this, and then you have this option. Once you've met the requirement criteria, you can claim the rewards, right? Okay, so that's all basically about your points, ranking, and rewards from a member's perspective. Now let's take a look at building, right? Now when you say building, right, that is always available in the honor tab. Now again, you see this empty, that's because I have not yet started anything, right? But to build an honor structure, all you need to do is you need to click on the tab where the highlighted bar that says to build an honor structure. Now before I go there, let's take a look at all the types of buildings you have, right? So I'm going to click on to build an honor structure, and then I have these options: processing plant 1, processing plant 2, processing plant 3, processing plant 4, right? And of course I need stones for that. So let me go ahead and click on processing plant 1, and let me drop it here. I'm gonna put it here and put OK. Now it says build this here, consume stone block 40. So I'm going to click on OK, but I know that I do not have stones, and I did it intentionally so I can show you how to get the stones, right? So I'm going to click on OK, and it says insufficient resources, please obtain more, right? So let's click on confirm and see what it gives. So you have this option where it says stone block 1,000. If I just pay 850 bucks, that's Indian currency, guys. Don't think of it as dollars. There's a rupee symbol there. Anyway, so go back. So I'm not going to spend money on this one, right? That's because I'm not going to spend on it. So I'm going to click on menu here, go to my alliance store. I go to my store, and then I have this pile of stone, right? So I'm going to buy a pile of stone, and I got 1,000 stone blocks. Now I'm gonna go back, right? Let's go back to my base, enter the base, and let's click on honor. Oops, sorry, I could click on skills, and I'll come to skills later. Honor, and then I'm gonna go to honor to build an honor structure, and then let's find a place where I need less stones. So I'm going to click on this, click OK, consume 40 stone blocks, and there you go. You see this name has come up. Now you have options like garrison, level up, status, production, and view. So I'm going to click on view first, and then it says resource storage 12,500, processing speed per hour is 450, processing amount is 3600, owner is 127770. Right now I can relocate it. I can click on troops detail to see what troops I have, and I absolutely do not have anything here at the moment. And then let's click on more info, and here you have the table where it says if you have level 1, your power is 0, your honor is 12,770, your processing is 3,600, your processing is 450, and then your resources is 12,500. But as in when you keep upgrading it to a max of level 20, that's what it shows here, your benefit increases, right? So don't forget to upgrade it. I'm going to go back again, click on the structure. I can click on production, and here it says options like, let's see what I have here. I have insufficient resources. That means before I build a processing plant, I need to start occupying material, and of course you will have different level of processing plant that does different level of healing, and the time of it depends on the resource or the material you would want to process. Like mineral, here will give you minerals like iron, this plant like thing is going to give you grain. You have contaminated water, you have wood, you have fuel, and then I don't know what this slimy green stuff is, but I'm pretty sure it's something important. So anyway, I've already built this. I'm going to work on in some videos we'll see about building some tiles, right? So I go back here, and then I click on status, and it says truce protection. So make one honor structure and enter the protection lasting 10 minutes or 8 hours, right? And then function unlock, please unlock first. So I'm not going to unlock it now. We'll do that later. Cancel. Building shield, again the function is locked, so I'm not going to go there. But currently my building is under shield anyways, right? And then I have this option called level up, where it requires this is a different material. I've never seen this before. So it's something you have to process here, because there is nothing like this in the base, right? So we'll come to that later. And then let's see what else do we have. Garrison. So you can actually send your APC here to kind of hold on to it, right? So that is about the building things. Now let's take a look at what are the 4 buildings you have. Now remember this, in the list all your Doomsday building are listed, as well as useful information about their type of building, level of building, coordination, status, and options. You will also have something called types of building. So there is virus research facility, right? That researches virus. There is processing plant, which I just built, if you see here, right? There is special operations command, and then of course there is guardian fortress, right? So there are different types of here. Like you see this one, this is assault fortress. This one is garrison fortress. This here is research facility, also known as virus research facility, right? And then of course this here is a processing plant, right? So like I said, there are 4 types of building that you can build. Okay, So that's all about buildings. Now let's take a look at the most important thing that we need to know about this event, and that's oopsie, that's skills, right? So I'm gonna go inside my city now, or my base. I keep saying city, I love it. All right, so here I have the option to go to skills, honor, and that'll take me to speciality, right? Now, the current information about your skill is shown, your speciality points, and level, max level that year you have 1 out of 40, and that keeps increasing. So you click on this eye icon and then it shows you. So as in when you reach the level, it goes higher and higher, right? And then your honor points, your honor points for current specialty point level, or points to reach to unlock the next specialty level, right? So let's take a look at it, right? So here the 3 different skill trees are shown. Skill schematic 2 and 3 are not implemented yet. You only have schematic 1 at the moment, right? Resource specialty, which is green, construction specialty, which is blue, and then combat specialty, which is red. And an overview of the benefit of your chosen skill is shown by specialty statistics, right? So let's take a look at what we have under specialty statistics. So here when I click on it, it says territory battle will give you honor. That's my resource specialty at the moment, but of course as in when I build upon it, you will see all those resource specialty here I have, right? And then active skill. So I do not have active skill at the moment, right? But I can of course later on when I grow this, I can increase it by clicking on unlock. Now here it is locked, and for me to unlock this specialty skill, I need to start somewhere here. So I currently have 0 specialty points, and I had 1 and I already used it here. So when you go ahead and increase your specialty point, you need to click on each one of them to read and understand what benefit the specialty point will give you, and then click on learn. For certain ones, like the one connected to the centers have 3. That means I can spend 3 specialty points on those, right, to unlock the furthermore, right? So let's take a look at this one. Now I cannot use this one until I've unlocked this one thrice, right? So I only have 1 out of 3. And same thing, let's go inside owner again. I have here constructions, right? So it says I have insufficient point, but you need to ensure that you do that, and you can zoom in, zoom out, right? So here you have construction specialty. Let's go to combat specialty. Here you have combat specialty, right? The bigger ones that you see, right, here you have multiple specialty like vehicle siege defense resistance, fighter conquest resistance, shooter conquest, vehicle conquest, siege for fighter, siege for shooter, vehicle siege, defense resistance for vehicle, defense resistance for right. So if you see here, this is the resistance channel, this is the siege channel, and this is the conquest channel. So depending on what you do most, start spending your specialty points wisely. If you are more into siege, then increase here on this one. If you are more into conquest, then increase here. And if you're more into siege resistance, that's defense, then spend here. Same way, let's go back to construction specialty. If you are into destruction of building, then you need to click go here. If you are into processing improvement, then here. If you are into medical improvements, then here. And if you are into building reinforcements, then you need to do here. And then resources specialty. So if you want to increase your battle honors, search here. Spend here. If you want to increase your construction honors, spend the points here. And then if you want to increase your combat honors, then you need to spend your specialty points here. Now, that being said, you can learn more about Doomsday Conquest if you are more into reading by clicking on this eye icon that I just did, and then you have this options here: territory, special abilities, honor structures, total war. So go through this. If you do not understand anything, definitely reach out to me, put your comments, and I will definitely take a look at that. In my next video, I'm going to cover the basics of building, plot, troops, resources, and honor points. Right. This is just an overview video where I've covered the point ranking and rewards between alliance for members, different types of buildings and the skills. I hope you enjoyed and learned from this video, and if you have any more questions, like I said earlier, put it in the comments so I can read them and start building videos that may help you as well as your friends. If you did like the video, please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and do share it with your friends. Thank you for watching. CursedSamuroid signing off.